party. So I'm going to extensively talk about who the Obama people are. In my other episodes, I had lots of flaws, so I want to use this episode to correct all of them. Now, we cannot talk about who the Obama people are, excluding a man called Benibo. Now, Sokutaria, whose official name was Benibo, is a man from Soku. The Obama you all hear about, the Omubo, started from one man, and his name is Sokutaria. Now, Sokutaria was from Soku, lived in Soku, based in Soku. As at the time, he committed a grave offense that required the people of Soku to take his head. Now, instead of him to stay in Soku and be killed, he fled, he ran away, and he ran into the mangroves. It was in the mangrove that he had an encounter with Daamakri. He heard the drum beats of Daamakri, and then he came out and surrendered to Daamakri. Daamakri picked him, carried him, took him to Elemama, which is the Elim Kalabari, stayed with him, and by virtue of him staying with Daamakri almost entrusted him with lots of properties, lots of things, because over time Daamakri became fond of him and he had lots of trust for him. Now, when that trust was built, Daamakri asked Sokutaria, Benibo, to go to Soku to let the people of Soku know that there is an existing king who is powerful and influential. It was during that conversation he told Daamakri that Yeri Soku Mume Itaria. Understand? I told you guys that the Kalabari people, they have a thing with nicknames. Yeri Soku Mume Itaria, because of the audio, because of the things that has happened in Soku before he fled. He didn't want to go back to Soku. And so that was how the nickname Soku Itaria was coined out. Now, Sokutaria stayed with Daamakri, eventually got married to the princess of Ali brother, Ad Da Omubo. Da Omubo was called Omubo because his birth was during the era of war. Omubo was birthed in the era of war, that's why it was called Omubo. Omubo grew, became a man, started doing business with the Ido people, the Opu Ido people of Calabari, the Ido people you hear about now in Calabari, started doing business with them. Eventually got married to one of their daughters and had Idonibo. Now, because of the severe business ties he had with the Ido people, and because of the fact that he got married to an Ido woman, he called his son Idonibo. Idonibo came up over time, grew, and had Idonibo Yobu. Idonibo Yobu was the first son of Idonibo. He had Idonibo Yobu, he had Obu, he had Ikpo, he had Amakri. Now, Obo's mother was a Tombia woman. So, in the genealogy of the Omubo people, Sokutaria had Omubo, Omubo had Idonibo, Idonibo had Idonibo Yobu. Now, he had Idonibo Yobu, he had Ikpo, he had Obo, he also had Amakri. Do you understand? Now, the name Harry started from Omubo because he had lots of dealings with the whites. Harry was Omubo. Big Harry was Idonibo. Tom Big Harry was Idonibo Yobo, while young Harry was Amakri. Now, it is important that we all know that Omubo is the grandfather of Idonibo Yobo. Do you understand? Now, the Omubo stool was established by Daamakri. He established the Odum stool in the morning and established the Omubo stool in the evening. Now, he made the Omubos king makers. Now, if you understand, if you are following my series, you will know that I told you earlier that these two stools were established by Daamakri. So in the history of Kalabari Kingdom, Da Omubo is a king maker. Do you understand? Now, it is important that we all know that that Omubo is not the direct father of Idoniboyobo. That Omubo is the grandfather of Idoniboyobo. So, these two were the two chieftaincies too that Amakri created. He established these two chieftaincies too in Kalabari Kingdom. Now, in my next video, I'm going to dive into the Obuama people. For now, bye.